Greetings and welcome to In the Meantime with Posh. I'm your girl Shamika Dollar, and we are on set of the other side of the boutique. This is where we had the holiday bazaar. This is where we had the PEOB, pay your own, pay each other bills pop up event. So this is where we had the women's luncheon. So on this side, because it's vacant, because we haven't generated enough capital to start the full spa, this is where we hold our events. And we are preparing for Hemingway's Fashion Weekend. So Hemingway Fashion Weekend is going to be a 3-day event. I've explained that, I think, on another live, but it's going to be a 3-day event. Unlike most fashion weeks, it's going to be a little different because this is a small town. We're just trying to do things a little differently because we may not have all the numbers to carry full fashion shows, throughout the whole week. So we incorporated different events the Thursday because it's a 3-day event. So it's going to start Thursday, April 7th, and that's going to be evening shopping. It's going to be here in the Uptown District of Hemingway. All the boutique stores, anyone that wants to be involved, they would just stay open with extended hours, and that's until 8 o'clock. So it's not even going to be that late. Time has already changed, so it's going to be still a little light outside when 8 o'clock comes, so it won't be creepy, but it will be like that first night or outside. It's going to be pleasant, and that will give shoppers the opportunity to shop locally because a lot of times local stores do close earlier than the big box stores. We may close at 5 or 6 o'clock. And so this will give those extended hours so that people who generally get off of work too late to come and support us, they'll be able to support us. So Thursday, April 7th will be Shops After Dark. So, and from 5 to 8. Then on Friday, we are going to have the Hair and Beauty Expo. That's going to be held at Grace Institute of Cosmetology in Hemingway. And the purpose of that is just to give the stylists in the area, all the beauty professionals, and even entrepreneurs that don't have a brick and mortar, they can go to the Hair and Beauty Expo. They can set up their areas and their exhibits. They are doing live demonstrations on how they apply makeup, how they apply lace fronts, how they cut hair, just how they provide services to the public. And so you will be able to see that firsthand. If you were interested in different stylists and you don't know what they offer, then that would be a great event to come to just to be introduced to the local entrepreneurs, local businesses providing those particular type of services. So that's going to be April 8th at Grace Institute of Cosmetology here in Hemingway, the Hair and Beauty Expo. And the finale is going to be the Bridge, a model's strut. And with the bridge, that's going to be the finale event. It's going to be the fashion show. All of the boutiques will be able to show their exhibits, and it's not limited to boutiques. We also have entrepreneurs that are starting their own brands, that are paving their way into becoming a more of a maybe a household name, perhaps. So that's giving them that opportunity to showcase their items as well, anything that they sell. And so that will be on Saturday from 5 to 8. And I'm sorry. And so, yeah, so the Bridge Model Struts Fashion Show, that's going to be the finale event, and that is going to be on Saturday, April 8th from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. All the events are from 5 to 8 o'clock. It's nothing that's going to demand too much of your time. You'll be able to handle your business and you can just pop in on these events. However, with the fashion show, there is going to be tickets. Everything is free. Every event is free. But first come with the fashion shows, the seating right at the runway is going to go to the sponsors. And then, of course, after our sponsors are seated um, properly and with good viewing, then, of course, it'll be open up to the public where they'll be able to get in when they get in. So that is why we're over here. We're preparing for transforming this event to a fashion runway event. And so, one thing that I wanted to start with, I have 3 projects over here today that I'm going to do. And the first one is, well, I'm going to kind of do them almost simultaneously, but the first one that I'm starting on is prepping this door. Now, this is a glass door, but of course, the frame is metal. And so what I want to do is I want to spray paint that metal frame and I want to make it gold. Okay, right now it's like the silver color, but I want to make it gold. And that is the entrance into the boutique. And so I just wanted to have a gold frame. I also want to do tinting on this glass. I'm still, and I don't want it to be a regular tint. I just want it to be kind of something maybe iridescent, and maybe like a pink iridescent foil. If I can find that, then that's what I want to go with the gold frame around it. So I think that'll be cute. And I think it'll be welcoming and going into the boutique side. And then when you're on the boutique side, it'll be welcoming coming into what will be the spa side in the near future, prayerfully. So I've already prepped the door, and I think that prepping is the longest part to any project. And so I prepped the door already. I use trash bags. I was going to use newspapers, but I forgot to go buy, and it's this like stack of free newspapers. I was going to go get one, and I forgot to do that. So I had some trash bags that I can't even use because they're the wrong size, and so I decided to use that. And I needed to conceal that glass because I do not want to spray paint the glass. Then I have to work hard on getting the paint off of the glass. So I went on and did that so that I'll be able to spray paint at my leisure. And then another thing I need to do is put some tape over the keyhole because I don't want to make it difficult to lock and unlock the door. So that's going to be the first project, and I'm excited about that. I'm just going to bring you guys over. I see this is a good space, I believe, for different events. And this is the spray paint that I'm going to use on the door. So prayerfully it comes out right. I'm going to do a couple of coats. So once I start on that, then I'll move on to the second project. And I'm just going to bring you guys to the second project. Okay. And then once I show you guys the projects, then I'll talk about the fit that I have on to do these projects because, this is a fashion podcast or whatever it's called. And so I do have to let you guys know about my fashion. So this is an armoire that I had at home. This was in my room before I changed my room around. And so I love this armoire. I got it all the way from Atlanta. And I used to keep my TV in it. So I have to take this stuff out. But this is what I want to make of. I want to change this and turn it into a wardrobe for the boutique side. And so the items that I want to put in here, the little pieces, I want to somehow make a rail or, put a rod up here because I want some, maybe some little teddies to hang down. I want to be able to hang teddies up here. And this will be the wardrobe for the teddies. And so I'm going to start with painting it black. Um, and I want to add some like pinstripes to it. And it's not going to be like a different color. It's some paint that I have to get, something that's going to almost frost the lines so that you'll see the pinstripes in them. And so that's the look I'm going for. And of course, I'm going to change these knobs out and give it a whole fresh look. I'll probably go in with some gold in these areas just to accent these pieces and to bring them out. So any place where I can add some little gold trimming, I'll probably do that. And so because of the finish on this armoire, I'm going to have to sand it down. And I found this at my house when I was getting work done. And so that's another thing I'm going to do. So after I spray that and let that sit, then I'm going to come over here and start sanding this. Yeah. So I think this will work. And so that's what I'm going to do, just sand this. And the reason for sanding that will be so that the paint would be able to adhere to the armoire. I would hate to go in and just paint the entire thing, and then you start seeing bubbles and you start seeing the paint separating from the furniture. So that's why I'm going to go in with the sanding, and then preferably I do it well enough so that when I go into paint, then it will stay. So that's the second project for today. And then the third project, and excuse the mess, this side isn't complete yet. So it just looks kind of wonky and just unkempt. But this is the back. I do some work back here as well. And this is where I'm going to work on a basket. Let me pull this back. So during the evening shopping, during shops after dark, what the boutiques are going to do, and store owners, anyone that wants to, even some of the restaurants, we decided to make baskets to raffle off to the customers, and customers have an opportunity to show us that they've patronize all of the businesses. They are, they at least went in and visited every business. They'll probably get like a stamp or their proof through receipt. And so once they do that, they'll be able to enter a draft or enter a raffle or a basket. And so this is the basket that I'm going to use. And one thing what I want to do with this basket, I want to make it look, I want to give it like a finish to make it look as if it's like gingham or whatever. So, and normally gingham may have two colors. And I have my paint already in here because I was painting something else. And so I'm just going to use that. And I'm trying to think what I'm going to do, because I think I want to incorporate black into this. This is green. So I think I'm putting a spot on here so that I'll know that I want to start right there with the green. So that's what I'll do whenever I come back. So that's another project that I'll be doing today. So those are my 3 projects that I'm going to do today. And hopefully by the time I close, I will be finished with all 3 projects. I close at 6 o'clock. And so I feel like I will be done. So this is like, I'm bringing you down how the runway is going to be. So, and the runway is probably going to stop here. So that's a good little trot that the models will have. And then we'll have seating on both sides so that everyone will get a full, intimate, close look on the outfits from the boutiques, from the different brands. Okay. So that is that. And let me show you guys my outfit, what I have on. So I would normally want to have on a carpenter's jumpsuit. I did. The only reason why I really picked this today, to be honest, is because it's St. Patrick's Day. I wanted to put on something green, and so this is what I had. No, wait. Now I do have another green jumper that I probably could have worn. That's a little more casual than this, but I wanted to go with this. Knowing that I had to do some hands-on manual labor, I still chose this outfit. Now, however, I may not recommend that you do that because you don't want to, especially if it's a piece that is expensive or a piece that you love. You don't want to mess it up, and it's a possibility that I could get paint on this, and so I wouldn't advise wearing something that you would normally wear to um, out to eat or anything like this, because this is something that I could wear. It's kind of classy, and let me try to show the entire fit. Let me see. I'll put this down. Maybe you can get the whole entire outfit. And I really do like this. And look at the bottom. It's a little bell. It's not that bad. And then I have on my mustard pumps. Still mustard pumps. They're hanging on. But if I had my way and if I had these items, what I would have really wanted to wear would be like a carpenter's jumpsuit, like those Dickie jumpsuits, all in ones. And I want to find some of those. I want to find maybe 3. One in pink, one in mint, and one in maybe a cream. And maybe even a 4th one that's like a mustard color. But I do want a couple of those because those could be like what I wear whenever I do my manual labor, so that I can get that look and then put my logo on the back of it. So I'm going to be in search of those. So maybe the next time that I'm showing what I'm doing, because I do want to show you guys the final look of the door of the armoire turned wardrobe and of my basket. So maybe the next time I'll have on one of those carpenter jumpsuits, but if not, then But I'm going to be on the lookout for those, and I wouldn't mind having those on hand to sell to customers, because I feel like every woman, especially because we do manual labor as well. We do hard work sometimes, so we need things like that just to protect our clothing and just to be able to move with comfort. Okay. So this is what I have on. I do have on a jumpsuit. However, it's not the jumpsuit or the set that I want. So that's okay. I think I'll be fine. I'm going to try to be extra careful so that I don't get any paint on this, because I do like it. It's cute. Okay. So I'm going to go on and I'm going to start these projects. I will give you an update next week when we're back. In the meantime, with Posh, I will be back. So I'm going to leave you guys with my favorite Bible verse, and it is Philippians 4:8. And it's, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. I am Shamika Dollar. This was In the Meantime with Posh. See you guys later. Toodaloo, boo boo. See you in a few.